I'm going to be making a gouge today. I have some 1095 steel. This stuff's pretty thick. The stock that I usually use is right here, and I need to be able to use, I'm going to be using a needle file to carve out the channel in the gouge. And you see this stock is just way too thin, so we're using this stuff. Keep it simple, nothing fancy here. Now I'm going to start our channel with the triangle file. It's going to end up being round. That's what this file is for. But to start it, we need a sharp corner. This file sucks. This is what we're looking like. I'm happy with that. If I were to do this again, I'd definitely take my angle grinder and just run it down the center of this to make a channel, and then use the round file to round out that channel. I think that would have saved me probably an hour, hour and a half worth of work. Now I want to bend this way just a little, so I'm going to hit it with a blowtorch and just tap it on over. Now we're just going to heat up the tip until it turns red hot and quench it in this oil. That'll harden our blade. That's what we want. On second thought, this needs to have more of a bend, so I'm going to reheat this, let it cool down, do that a few more times, rebend it, then harden it. And here's how we can tell the hardening process was effective. This is the unhardened part. This is the butt end. You can hear what that sounds like. You can tell this is a lot harder than this. So now we need to temper it. I'm going to scrub off some of the oxidation, or the dirt stuff that builds up on it when you heat treat it, and then put it in an oven at 450 degrees for like 2 hours. Next we need to sand the inside of our gouge, so the inside of the U. There's not a great way to do that. The best way I've found is to take some sandpaper. We're just starting with fine here, 220 grit. Roll it up into a tube until you get about the same diameter as the curve of your gouge, and then sand it like that. Next we're going to clean up the outside of the bevel. I've already started on both of these sides, but there are some little dings in here, and we cannot have those in our blade when we sharpen it, so that's why we work them out here. They're not deep, but I do want to get them out. And I have 220 on top of the cloth. That just provides some cushion to kind of work the radius or the curve of this metal. Alright, we got everything good enough for now. I'm going to put the initial bevel on it now. I have a 120 grit belt. It's worn out, broken, on top of a flat file. We're just going to rock it back and forth to create that bevel. Next we're going to drill our hole in here to fit the shank of our chisel. I'm going to have it go that far into the handle. Start with an 1/8 inch and then go up to whatever size this is. This will fit the shank. Now, I was going to epoxy this in here, but I think it's a tight enough fit I can just pressure fit it in there. That'll work. Alright, we do have one small crack right here, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm happy with how it looks so far. Next, I'm going to carve out a flat section right here, because if I set this on a countertop, it might roll. But if I have a flat portion here, there's hopefully going to be a stopping point. Now in between the 300 and 1000 grit, and then after the 1000 grit sharpening, I'm going to take this 500 grit sandpaper and just real lightly rock it back and forth in there. That's going to get rid of the burr. It's also going to help polish the inside so we have a nice smooth like other side of the blade. That way this guy can get very sharp.